electrical axis, very important topic. Everybody should able to, by looking at ECG you should be able to calculate what is the axis. When we randomly just talk about the axis, it is by default QRS axis. Yes, there are P wave axis, there are ST segment, there is a T wave axis. So there are all the axes P, QRS, T, but usually most of the time we usually analyze QRS axis. But once you know how to calculate axis, you will be able to calculate whichever axis you want, whichever wave axis you want. In practice it is very important, axis calculation, but to understand you will have to concentrate, or you may have to see again and again, or you may have to practice on paper. You practice, you draw, you learn by writing. It is always better to learn by writing. You see, you take suppose screenshot how it is formed, but again at the end of the day on paper 10 times you draw the diagram, you memorize it, next day again you do, next day again you do it, and once you understand it fully, you will never in your lifetime, you by looking at ECG you will say, array this axis is left, this is normal, this is right, this is northwest. It is very easy, but fundamental you should understand the axis. Fundamentally I will tell you how to calculate axis. Okay. Now electrical axis. We have seen this is, for this axis we only need your frontal leads, lead standard lead first, standard lead second, standard lead third, lead AVR, lead AVL, lead AVF. We need 6 lead to calculate electrical axis. If you, I will tell you how the axis is generated. Axis is nothing but a vector, QRS vector. Previously there was before electrocardiogram there is a vectorocardiogram. So vector is what? Vector has two things. One is direction and other thing is magnitude. Vector is has a direction and magnitude. Suppose direction is like this is vector, and magnitude means this is this big, this is small, this is very big. So this is magnitude and this is direction. Direction may be like this and this magnitude may be small. So vector has two things, one is direction, one is magnitude. So QRS axis means QRS vector. I will tell you now how, watch carefully, and how to calculate QRS vector. Come to the Pythagorean triangle. Lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. This is first, this is second, this is third. This is positive pole, here a negative pole, here is a negative pole, this is positive pole, this is positive pole, this is negative pole. Heart is in the center. Okay. Now this triangle is, I may not have drawn perfectly, but this is equilateral triangle. So the angle is 60, 60, 60. Now what we will do, I am doing, suppose this is like this, this is like this, this is like this. What I will do, I will shift up. Suppose this is lead 1 and this is lead 3, or this is lead 2. So this is lead 2 na, this lead 2, I will move like this here. So lead 2, this is lead 2, this is lead 1, this is lead 3. So this lead 2 I will move same direction like this. So if I move this like this, so this I am moving like this, see carefully, watch carefully, like this, so it will be like this. This, see, this is coming here, so this is like this, and this will come like this here, so this lead will come 3 here, so this is lead 3, this is lead 2, and this is lead 1. Lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, I put it like this, I have put it like this, this is 3, this is 2, understood? At 60 degree, this is, now this is one part of the axis, I will take second part, I will just tell you. Now this we have seen lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, I just lift it from here and kept it like this, parallel to this here, and I have lift this and kept parallel to this here. So this become 1, this become 3rd, and this become 2nd. Now again I am drawing this orthogonal triangle. Now heart is in the center. Now unipolar lead, this is AVL, this is AVR, this is AVF. Now you have to draw this. Now I will show how to overlap this. So this is lead 1, exactly 60, so this is 90, 60, 30. So at 60 degree, this is lead 2, 90, 120, 150, 180, this is 180. So exactly and okay, suppose I consider this is 120, 120 and 150, so this is 120 degree, this is 60 degree, this is first. So first lead 2, lead 3, they are 60, 60, first to lead 2 there is a 60 degree, 2 to lead 3 is 60 degree. So if we are draw like this, this is around 60, so this is 60 and this is 3, so this is 120, this is 60, this is lead first, this is lead 2, this is lead 3, like this. Now AVR connected to the AVL connected to the left arm, so your left arm is here, so left it will come to here, AVL, this comes AVL. R connected to the right arm, okay. So 60, so it will come here, AVR, and AVF is connected here, so this is AVF. So see, now I will draw it again. This is lead 1, I will draw two axes like this, x and y, so it will be very easy to understand. This is lead 1 only, lead 2 is a 60 degree to the lead 1, so this is 30 plus, this is 60, so it will be like this. Lead 3 will be at 120 because 0, 60, 120, 120 here, 150 here, 180 here, see 0, 180. So this is 120, this is lead 3. So 1, this is lead 2 at 60, lead 3 at 120. Now AVL is on left side, So draw from here. This is AVL. AVR. AVR you draw from right here, right arm, left arm, right arm. So AVL, AVR. Okay. And now remaining is initially I draw this perpendicular axis, y axis. So this is AVF because left leg. So they above here, when you go above, this is 0, this is 0. You go above, it will be negative. You come down, it is positive. So first positive terminal, positive to the left arm, negative. So this is 180. This is positive terminal of the lead to 60 degree. This positive terminal of the 3 is 120. AVL is minus 30 degree. AVL because it is above this baseline. So minus 30, minus 60, minus 90, minus 120, minus 150, 180. 180 could be plus also, minus also, because axis come like this is plus. If axis come like this, it will be a positive. So this is AVR, positive. So AVR, this is AVL, AVR. So AVR is minus 150. See, this is minus 60, minus 90, minus 120, minus 150, plus 20. Now lead 2, if it is positive, deflection is positive, it will come to this side. If the deflection is negative, it will go towards 120, minus 120. Lead 3, if the deflection is positive, it will come towards 120. If the deflection is negative, it will come to minus 60. So always the total is around 180, 120, this 60, 90 plus 90, 180, 0 plus 180, 180, 30 plus 150 is 180, 60 plus 120, 180. So remember only 3 leads, first, second, third, which are at 60 to each other. So, and left side this. So just above first, see F, L is first. So left. So it is very close to first. So you should not have difficulty in putting AVL minus 30. First AVL, they are lateral leads, lateral. So first AVL. Now AVR minus 150, minus 150. So minus 150 here, plus 30 here. I will tell you why plus 30 there. Because lead 3 is 120 positive, negative is minus 60. Now I will tell you how to calculate axis. So you should know how to plot this diagram. First you draw 60 degree, first, second, third, then put AVR, AVL, AVR and AVF. So they are also 60 degree to each other. From here to here 60, from here to here 60. This is AVL, this is AVR, this is AVF. These are also 60 degree to each other. Only remember first is positive, deflection is at 0, negative. That means what happens? Suppose this is lead 1, positive. So this is on this side, the deflection is positive. Suppose if lead is, this is lead first, for example, lead first. So how many millimeter positive? 1, 2, 3. And how many millimeter negative? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 3, because you have to minus this, na? Final deflection will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 3. So 8 minus 3 is negative 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So lead one either it will come here. So, but to calculate axis you usually need two perpendicular leads. So now lead first is perpendicular to AVF, lead 2 is perpendicular to lead AVL, lead 3 which is perpendicular to AVR. Now I will tell you, if you see the ECG, you will always see AVR which is oriented towards the cavity of the heart, having all the deflection is negative generally. So P is negative, QRS is dominantly negative, T wave is negative. Now if you see this is dominantly negative, बराबर है. So this negative, this is positive here. So AVR negative will have positive here. So if you calculate 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my resultant is suppose plus 4. So it will come minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. AVR negative is positive 30 because AVR positive is negative 150. So AVR negative will come toward the positive. That I will, when I will show you the axis ECG, you will come to know. Understood? So how to calculate the ECG axis? I will have to show you to the on the ECG paper. Suppose how to calculate axis? How to calculate axis? Out of 6 lead, 1, 2, 3, AVR, AVL, AVF, you have to find out the lead which is most equivocal. Equivocal means if you see positive deflection and negative deflection which is equal, almost equal. Suppose almost equal or equal. Suppose this is lead AVF where this is R wave or this is S wave. But if you see this is the baseline, upward deflection and lower deflection is more or less same. So suppose the deflection is 5 millimeter, so plus 5 minus 5 becomes 0. So this is lead AVF suppose. So this is AVF plus 5 negative 5 is 0. So it will come here. Now which is the perpendicular lead to the AVF? Lead 1. So lead 1 will have maximum positive deflection because the axis or vector is oriented to this side, and when vector is more parallel to that lead will have maximum positivity. The lead which is more oriented to that vector, usually vector is very, QRS vector is very close to 60. So you will find all the QRS deflection better in lead 2, all the in the ECG. But suppose you find very tall R wave in AVL, so that means the vector is, QRS vector is oriented here. So perpendicular to AVL is which lead? Lead 2. Lead 2 will have almost equivocal deflection. So you find out, suppose lead 2 has equivocal means upward and downward deflections are same. So these cancel each other. So it becomes here, it comes here. So which is perpendicular to this? AVL. So axis is minus 30. Axis is minus 30. I will again once more I will explain you in detail. So we are continuing this axis only. Normal axis axis by default is a QRS axis, unless you specifically tell it is a P wave axis, it is a T wave axis, whatever may be. So, you know this is lead 1 which is at 0 positive and this is negative. So, if lead 1 shows negative deflection, it will travel this, and 30 degree to this is AVR. AVR positive is here, but if you see all the ECG, AVR is oriented toward the cavity. So, on ECG you will see all the deflection negative. So, the if you calculate, it will come towards the plus 30. So, AVR negative will travel to the plus 30. Now, I will draw 30, 30, 30, 30 like this. So, you will understand 0 AVR. Now, this is lead 2 at 60, lead 2, and this is positive pole, this is negative pole. This is first negative pole, first positive pole. This is lead 1, this is AVR. Though they are unipolar, they are both the end, one this side, on that side. Exactly perpendicular to one is AVF. So, you remember AVF, it will be much easier for you. It is plus 90 positive, and if you travel negative, minus 90. So, ultimately total is 180. Now, 0, 60, 90, 120. So, lead 3. Lead 3 will be 120 positive, lead 3 120 degree, and negative is minus 60, and this is AVL minus 30, but it is a positive here and negative here. So, if AVL is positive, so it is minus 30. AVS negative will travel here. Okay. Now, this is lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, lead AVL, AVR and AVF. They are at 60 degree, 1, 2, 3 at 60 degree. Now, usually normal, most of the time the depolarization wave is towards the lead 2, positive pole of the lead 2. So, most of the time on ECG you will find good deflection of PQRST in lead 2. I will show ECG and I will tell you how to calculate axis. There are two ways of calculating axis. Suppose I am giving you example now. This is to take any two perpendicular lead. I am suppose taking first and AVF. I am taking. Now I am taking like this. This is lead 1. This is AVF. So, both are positive. First AVF. So, this positive will travel here because this is bigger deflection, and this positive will travel here. So, if I put line here like this and put like this, so axis will be in this zone only, this quadrant, left lower quadrant. So, axis will be normal. So, what is normal axis? Normal axis is from minus 30 to plus 110, normal axis. Minus 30 onwards to minus 90, more than minus 30 to minus 90, it is a left axis. So, I am talking about 110, some people take 100. So, suppose this is 100, this is 110, this is 120. So, suppose we take center. So, this this 100, 110 you consider. So this up to minus 30. So this is normal axis. In this in between, this is normal axis. So if axis fall in between, this will be normal axis. Now calculation is very easy. Now I took two perpendicular lead, first, second, third. I am taking first. First is suppose showing positive deflection, third is showing also positive deflection. So third positive will come on, slide on this, first will slide on this. So axis is between these two, so it will fall normal. Suppose first is positive and third is negative. So if third is negative and first is positive, so axis will be in this quadrant, left upper quadrant, because this is lead 1, this is AVF, these two perpendicular lead. So axis will be here, but it could be anywhere from 0 to minus 90. So there are two ways. If AVF is negative, axis less than 0, because it is negative. So AVF is coming towards 90, first is positive. So this quadrant axis will be there. So this will be exactly by two ways you can calculate. Here resultant positive deflection is how much? 10 millimeter. There is no negative deflection here, see, all positive. Here 3 positive and 10 negative. So resultant is minus 7 negative AVF and first 10 positive. So arbitrary, if I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here and here 7 negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you draw like this, so axis will be minus less than 30 means minus 40 or so. This is one calculation. But one thing is clear, the best way, I will show you example, I will show you easy, then you understand. Always try to find out equidistance leads, whichever is equidistance. Out of 6 you will find one is upward and lower deflection is same. Suppose this is lead 3, this is lead 3, which upper deflection, lower deflection is same, which is perpendicular to lead 3, lead AVR. So if AVR is negative, so axis is plus 30. So AVR will have maximum deflection, because AVR negative deflection travels to the plus 30 and AVR positive deflections travels to minus 150. So that is the one exception. AVR minus will travel down towards plus 30, AVR negative will travels to minus 150. Always total is 180, remember. So lead 3 is equivocal. Lead 3 is equivocal means it is here. So which is perpendicular lead? AVR. Suppose AVR by default you see AVR is positive here in some condition. So axis will be minus 150. AVR, if it is positive, then axis will be minus 150. If AVR is negative, then axis is plus 30. This is one way of find out the most equidistance out of 6. So how you know which is perpendicular to which one is very easy. AVR, AVL, AVF. You draw a diagram 100 times and fix in your mind this diagram. And how you draw? Array, first is this, second is 60 degree, third is 60. So 0, 60, 120. Now AVL is very close to first, is friend of first. So AVL is minus 30. Now remaining AVR, which is plus 30 or minus 150, and AVF is perpendicular to first. So first perpendicular is AVF, second perpendicular is AVL, third perpendicular is AVF. So if the first is equidistant, suppose this is lead 1, which is upward lower deflection is the same, upward deflection lower deflection is the same. So now axis is AVF because this is perpendicular to AVF. Now see AVF, if AVF is positive more, axis will be 90. If AVF is negative, axis is minus 90, because AVF negative will travel upward, AVF positive will travel down. So after seeing first, which is equidistant, whichever lead you see and perpendicular to that, first perpendicular to AVF, second perpendicular to AVL, third perpendicular to AVR, and any one if you find, okay, and then you calculate axis according to that. Another is resultant deflection, which I told you this, but this is a better method to calculate, and when I will discuss with you with example, your concept will be much clear. If you have any doubt, just put it into the comment section, I will answer your queries. Okay. So again, normal axis minus 30 to plus 110, minus 30 more than minus 30 to minus 90 left axis deviation, and more than 110 to 180 is a right axis deviation. So this is normal axis, this area, this is normal, here axis is right axis deviation, here there is a left axis deviation, this is extreme axis deviation. Extreme means either axis has traveled here or axis has traveled here. So either extreme positive or extreme negative. So many times this extreme axis deviation also called no man's land. I will show you this example also, and I will take few example how to calculate axis. Okay, that's all. Normal axis minus 90, minus 30 to 110 plus, or some people take 90, some people take, some books have mentioned 100, some book have mentioned only 90 minus 30 to 90. So whatever, but minus 30 is leftward axis, it is left sided, but it is in normal zone, it is towards left but not left axis deviation, it is leftward, but when it crosses minus 30, then you call it is a left axis deviation, it is towards the left because it is negative, but when you call left axis deviation, it has to be more than minus 30, and when 100, 90, 100 is also positive, but you have to cross at least 100 to call positive axis deviation. For example, now one example here only I give, suppose this is lead 1, see lead 1 is negative, so lead 1 is negative, so lead 1 if I come, so it will come on negative, and perpendicular is AVF. AVF is positive, if AVF is positive, so axis will be here, so mostly it will be a right axis. So generally in right axis you will always found S wave bigger than R wave in lead 1, so because it is travel to the this side of the lead 1, so S, this is S, this is R. So lead 1 negative means mostly maybe come here also, or but it is in the this zone, right inferior zone, that's all.